So I know for me personally, the confidence that it gives me is just knowing that, I guess, removing the pressure of me needing to be right. I think one of the biggest pressures that we have in trading is the have to win, I have to win mentality, the have to win kind of mindset where we feel like we have to win this next trade or the world is going to end, right? We put so much pressure on any given trade to win. And maybe that comes, and you guys can help me out. Maybe that comes because we're doing dumb stuff and we're losing money and now we have to make up for those losses. Maybe that's it. But it's an incredible weight off your shoulders when you can put yourself in a position where you just don't really care about the outcome. And that's a lot easier said than done. So I don't want to make it seem like it's simple. It comes with experience. It takes a massive amount of discipline and psychology. It usually takes some type of breakthrough trade. But once you have that mentality, you're fearless. And you see Jason Greystone do this all the time where it's like there's zero emotions in the trading opportunity. It's like, hey, this is good. Let's take it. And if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. It doesn't really matter either way because there's no pressure on any single trade. Have any of you guys had that breakthrough trade where you really started believing in like your plan and risk reward and psychology? How many of you guys have had that yet? It usually comes in like one trade where you swear it's going to lose and then like it wins and you're like, what? Sometimes it comes from a mistake as well. Where like you were meaning to sabotage yourself, but you lost track of time and you forgot. You set an alarm and said, remember, roll stops because of fear. And then you set it for 6 p.m. instead of 6 a.m. and you forgot about it. And all of a sudden the trade wins. You're like, hey, look at that. But that's a game changer. You always remember. Mine was New Zealand dollar. I always remember my breakthrough trade. Mine was New Zealand dollar. And the only reason I kept the trade on is because I was ready to type up a sternly written email to my mentor, proving to him why discipline and rules didn't work. That's the only reason. I was like, I'm gonna follow his dumb rules, and I'm gonna lose this money. When I lose this money, I'm gonna let him know. I'm gonna let him know that if I just would have cashed out, I would have been swimming in the money. Would have made my 50 pips. But no, stick to the plan, he says. I'll show you. 600 pips later. 600 pips later, that email changed. Dear Mr. Stapleton, I just wanted to let you know that your guidance has been remarkable. The discipline, the psychological help have allowed me to capture 600 pips on this trade. Never could I have done it without you. Thank you. Thank you. I had to delete the whole thing. I had to delete the whole thing. I changed so quick when that money came in. Oh man, I was so angry. Then 600 pips later, you say, "Yeah, this discipline thing, guys." I was talking crap to all the live room traders, right? Having side conversations about how discipline is dumb and stupid. And as soon as it happens, you guys just got to be disciplined like me. Never doubt it. Never doubted the discipline. Never doubted the power of trading psychology. When you have a trade, you just got to leave it on. Set it and forget it. You can't get emotionally pulled one way or the other. And if you do, you can't react on it. But it takes a very disciplined person to do stuff like that. You ever have any doubts? No doubts. Nah, I trusted the plan the whole time. Always trusted it. Yeah, plan always works out. You know what to say. You knew what to say. But yeah, that was the game changer for me. After that, thankfully you didn't send it early. Yeah, but it was funny because everyone around me was. This is where you really start to see that 10% of traders succeed. Because everyone around me was failing because it was a group effort, and a lot of us were in the trade in the live room or whatnot, and including my best friend, my trading partner at the time, and like. Friday came, man, and it didn't really move that much. Again, it moved like this is a bigger trade back when like volatility was a thing. So it moved like 50 pips by the close on Friday, and everyone's worried about what if it gaps over the weekend and this, and you just see people around you just like falling off and like giving into temptation. They're just cashing out left and right, and like you're trying to stay strong. It was just a handful of us that stayed strong, and man, we felt like superheroes the week after. Because Jason came in and he knew exactly what happened. He's like, all right. He said, let me know. Like, let me know what? How many of you guys bailed? And all you see is the whys. Yes, 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 yes. Me, sad face, crying face. Right? They all come in. And then like, how many of you guys stuck with it? And then we're like, all prideful. Yeah. And then just throughout the week, it kept rallying. It just kept rallying up. And it was just like proof. And it was kind of cool because not only, obviously you're seeing that money, but you're seeing... you get to directly see the other people that bail. You get to see them, and it sounds harsh, but you get to see them realizing the mistake of their ways. And you can relate to it because that's usually you. And 9 times out of 10, that would have been you. So you can kind of see the difference of like how it feels to be on the other side. Because you hear about it all the time, but you never feel it, right? You hear about it. You see your trading mentor do stuff and he's talking about it like, well, this guy's a pro. It's easy for him. But when you're with your peers and you see yourself kind of ascend over the rest, again, not in a negative way, but it makes you never want to be on the other side again. And then you kind of vowed at that point to kind of just like, hey, I know what it looks like when you do it. Let's stop doing the dumb stuff. So it was pretty cool. What did you enjoy most about your journey to be a consistently profitable trader, or the end goal? I don't think I enjoyed the journey at all, to be honest with you. I mean, in hindsight, I did. In hindsight, I have so much perspective. In hindsight, it's easy to understand why everything happened and the reasoning behind it and how it helped me grow and develop into the person and the man and trader that I am today. But in real time, it sucked, man. In real time, the journey to becoming a consistently profitable trader was like a series it seemed like a never-ending series of defeat after defeat after defeat. It kind of felt like being in space or being in like a tunnel and there's no light at the end of it, and here's a good analogy. It felt like being trapped in the middle of the ocean, right? And you are rowing a boat to get to land. Right? But you have no idea which direction land is. That's what it felt like. So like I'm rowing this boat, I'm putting forth effort. I don't know if I'm getting closer to land. I don't know if I'm getting further away from land, especially this was the time when I didn't have mentorship, right? I had no idea if what I was doing was right or wrong. I was just doing something. So I was working really, really hard with no kind of end goal or purpose, if you can imagine, right? I'm rowing as fast as I can, but I could be in hindsight, I was rowing in the wrong way. I thought I was rowing in the right way, and then you row for like days, and then you realize there's nothing there. And it was a constant battle of that, just doing a lot, not seeing a result, and then wondering if you're doing things the right way. And that's when I was stubborn about not getting help, because my whole life I don't ask for help. I just grind until it works. When I got coaching, it was a little bit better, because I was still out there on a boat rowing, but at least I had a map. I had direction. There was someone that told me or left me a map that said, hey, row this way and take this type of route and you'll get to land. So that made things a lot easier. But as you can imagine, I tried to shortcut it and do all those things. So I don't know. I wish as a trading coach I could tell you that the journey was fantastic, guys. It was so rewarding, and but it sucked. I mean, that's the truth. I don't really know what I enjoyed about it. Is that bad? Should I be saying this as a trading coach? Like, is this encouraging people to trade? I think I'm really hard trying to think of something right now, because I don't want to say it was bad. Like, I loved what I was doing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I loved the markets. I loved the game. I was very, obviously I kept at it until it worked. I just like it. I enjoy trading. Even if there was, I say this, right? I'm crazy as a trader because, and a lot of traders are crazy because I enjoyed it so much, I would do it even if I didn't get paid to do it. And people are like, well, how can you ever say that? And simple, right? Because I did it for years without getting paid to do it. I actually paid the markets money to participate. So like, and I still did it. But I love trading. So it was, and I knew there was an end game. So I knew what trading could bring me when I made it. So that was the kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. I really do want to give you guys something positive about what credit cards do. I do want to give you guys something positive about what I enjoyed the most. I think in general with trading, I enjoy the game. I enjoy looking at the small things, right? I really enjoy as you get better at learning, or as I learn more, I really enjoyed like uncovering clues. So you can imagine when you're first looking at the market. I mean, I was new to technical analysis. Like anybody like look at a chart and be like, what are these weird little candlestick things with lines and boxes? Any of you guys like that? You're like, this is just a bunch of boxes and lines and like, what is, I no idea what this is. And for me, like every candle looked the same. I didn't understand everything. So I think what I enjoyed most is as I learned more about trading, I uncovered what I'm actually seeing on the chart to the point where it's now like you can go in and pick out a doji candle, right? You can zoom in out of all this junk and be like, hey, this candle right here, that means indecision. Hey, that lower low, lower close right here, that means selling pressure, right? So I think uncovering those clues and really understanding the language of the market was the most enjoyable part, because it's really like learning a new language. It's like learning French, learning Spanish. It's really kind of like seeing in between the lines of the matrix. So that would be the most enjoyable part. Aside from like when I actually got good, that was very enjoyable. But up to that point, just the understanding of a new concept, a new language. I'm not a coder. I don't know much about coding, but I can assume it's the same as like when you guys learn about coding and how to do that stuff, and you code everything and you push enter and it actually works, like building a website or something like that. It's kind of the same type of thing, just that understanding. So I guess that's it. What do you guys enjoy the most? You guys are on the journey right now in real time. What are you enjoying the most? What do you like? The journey is certainly easier with help. Yep. I can't tell you how many times I get bashed for like, when I say like, you should join a community, you should get help. Well, of course you're going to say that. You're a trading coach. I'm like, look, man, I would say this even if like I'm the stubbornest person in the world and I had to eventually bow down and get help, right? You're going to invest money one way or the other. You're either going to invest money in some education or you're going to invest money learning from the markets, right? Wasting it in the markets. I can tell you this. If you invest your money with education, you're going to learn a lot quicker. You're going to waste less money in the market. And time is an underrated factor, right? Because if you're trading and we all have a timeline that's clicking down, right? If it takes you 10 years to learn in the market by yourself, you've just wasted 10 years of your investments. I feel bad about wasting 2 years. People waste much more than that. I wasted 2 years and a lot of money in the market. I could have paid for coaching twice. But Glenn says strategy development. Yeah, I think that's fun. Strategy development is fun. It's creative. I enjoy that. Enjoying to learn and grow in all areas: mindset, personal development, technical analysis, understand how money works. Yeah, that's key. I feel like the community makes you more focused trader. Yeah, community is everything. It's accountability. It's accountability. Looking forward to the end result. Yeah, I can tell you this. Here's something. And again, I didn't learn this until I was done the journey. But you learn a lot about yourself as a person throughout trading, especially because it's such an individual sport. You learn a lot about yourself and kind of what makes you tick, what doesn't make you tick, your discipline, what you value, what you don't value. You learn about how money works. You learn about emotions, your emotions and the emotions of people. One of the cool things you'll notice is that you'll be able to answer questions, even if it's like fundamental related questions. You'll be able to answer questions from many of your friends because you've seen it so many times in the market. So that's cool. Mental preparation and focus. Yep. Nicholas says, I enjoyed it. You guys just don't put out a video and like hear you guys teach questions that you guys really help. Yeah, videos and courses don't help. We've learned that a long time ago. Courses won't make you a better trader. I shouldn't say that, but it's not the ideal way, especially in something like trading. That's kind of like me taking a course on how to build a card and going out there and trying to do it myself. Good luck. Blow that bad boy up. Looking at the chart, I find that setting up a pattern, like I say, I spend most of my day looking for setting up and going back and see that I'm right or wrong. Yeah, it's a fun process. It's a fun process. So we love trading. All right, any questions on the DAX here? I think this is a good opportunity.